President Tinubu orders immediate activation of emergency response as flood claims over 100 lives in Niger State. On the foreign scene, United States President Donald Trump set to double tariff on steel, aluminium imports to 50%. And in sports, Confederation of African Football announces Super Falcons 2024 Women AFCON March schedule. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. Lagos State government has spotlighted the Lagos Creative Vault as a groundbreaking initiative poised to redefine the creative economy of Nigeria, describing it as a visionary platform that will serve as a digital archive, talent accelerator, and gateway to global opportunities for creatives in the state. Commissioner for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Toke Benson Awoyinka, stated this at the ministerial press briefing commemorating the 6th year in office of the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu in Alausa, Ikeja. She stated that the Lagos Creative Vault, curated by the Office of the Special Advisor to the Governor on Tourism, Idris Aregbe, has been strategically designed to provide structured access to funding, training, mentorship, and international collaborations. According to her, the vault embodies the ministry's long-term vision to professionalize the creative industry, promote cultural heritage, and attract foreign investment by creating a well-organized system that connects stakeholders across the value chain. Benson Awoyinka emphasized that the vault is not just a repository, but a matchmaking platform, enabling creatives to access grants, residencies, and licensing deals for their content, laying the foundation for a sustainable, monetizable creative economy. The Lagos State Health Management Agency, LASHMA, in collaboration with the Lagos State Residents Registration Agency, LASRA, has launched and deployed biometric card readers for the Lyrical Social Health Plan. The unveiling took place at the General Hospital Odon, Lagos, and the renowned private facility, St. Nicholas Hospital, symbolizing the inclusiveness of the Lyrical Provider Network. Permanent Secretary of LASHMA, Emanuela Zamba, who said it marks the beginning of a pilot phase across 100 healthcare facilities in the state, described the initiative as a landmark moment in the state's pursuit of universal health coverage. She said the biometric card readers are integrated with the LASRA database and designed to authenticate enrollees using their LASRA ID, thereby enhancing enrollee verification, eliminating impersonation, and streamlining access to health services. The Nigerian Railway Corporation (NRC) and the Presidential Initiative on Compressed Natural Gas (PICNG) have signed a Memorandum of Understanding MOU on partnering to promote the CNG initiative. Speaking at the signing of the MOU, Managing Director of NRC, Kayode Okwefa, said the impact of the CNG initiative on transportation is massive, as it will drastically reduce the cost of transportation in the country. While commending President Bola Tinubu on the CNG decision after the removal of fuel subsidy, Okwefa stated that the CNG will reduce the cost of doing business, particularly by the Railway Corporation, as all its engines and vehicles will be converted to CNG use, thereby saving millions of naira monthly. Project Director of the PICNG, Michael Oluwagbemi, said the initiative is to overcome the lack of information and promote the CNG, as well as correct misgivings about its safety in some quarters. Oluwagbemi said the initiative has established more conversion centers across the country, while it has also attracted over $500 million worth of investments. The PICNG project director said 400 and 21 CNG buses and 40 buses have been delivered so far, while there has been consequential impact on reducing the cost of governance for key government agencies that adopt compressed natural gas. In her contribution, Managing Director of the Lagos Metropolitan Transport Authority, Abimbola Akinjo, said the idea of the CNG initiative is a positive one, as it will improve the transportation sector. Highlights of the MOU include the diesel retrofit program, distribution of strategic materials and equipment, intermodal shuttle service, as well as retrofit training program for various types of diesel engines, and handing over of buses and coaches to the Railway Corporation. And now to the rest of the stories. President Bola Tinubu has ordered the immediate activation of the National Emergency Response Center following the devastating floods in Mokwa local government area of Niger State, which have claimed over 100 lives and displaced numerous families. The directive was issued early on Saturday after the president received distressing reports on the scale of the disaster. In a statement on his verified X handle, President Tinubu expressed profound grief over the incident and promised a swift and compassionate federal response to support the affected communities. He confirmed that relief materials and temporary shelter assistance is being deployed to the disaster zone without delay, while federal agencies have been mobilized in coordination with the Niger State government to intensify rescue efforts and provide life-saving aid. The president also directed security agencies to support the emergency response teams, emphasizing the federal government's commitment to ensuring that lives are saved and dignity restored in the wake of the disaster. Meanwhile, local reports say at least 75 victims have been buried, while over 100 people remain unaccounted for amid ongoing search and rescue operations. Today is World No Tobacco Day. The member states of the World Health Organization, WHO, created World No Tobacco Day in 1987 to draw global attention to the tobacco epidemic and preventable death and disease it causes. In 1987, the World Health Assembly passed a resolution calling for 7th of April 1988 to be a World No Smoking Day. But in 1988, the resolution was passed calling for the celebration of World No Tobacco Day every year on the 31st of May. This yearly celebration informs the public on the dangers of using tobacco, the business practices of tobacco companies, what the WHO is doing to fight the tobacco epidemic, and what people around the world can do to claim their right to health and healthy living and to protect future generations. And now to foreign news. President Donald Trump has announced that the United States will double its current tariff rate on steel and aluminium imports from 25% to 50%, starting from the 3rd of June. Speaking at a rally in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Trump said the move will help boost the local steel industry and national supply while reducing reliance on China. Trump also said $14 billion will be invested in the area's steel production through a partnership between U.S. Steel and Japan's Nippon Steel, stressing that every U.S. steel worker will also receive a well-deserved $5,000 bonus. He added that he had saved U.S. Steel, America's biggest steel manufacturer, located in Pittsburgh, with a 25% tariffs he implemented during his first term as president in 2018. Now sports. The Confederation of African Football, CAF, has released the Super Falcons match schedule for 2024 Women's Africa Cup of Nations. Nigeria's 3 group stage matches are scheduled for the Labi Zauli Stadium, Casablanca. Justin Madugu's side will begin the quest for a record-extending 10th title against Tunisia on Sunday, 6th of July. The Super Falcons will face Botswana in the second group game 4 days later, while the West Africans will take on Algeria in their final group game on Sunday, July 13. The biannual competition, which will be hosted by Morocco, will run from Saturday, 5th of July to Saturday, July 26. And that's all for the news at noon. Your vehicle is not a strong room. Please always keep your valuables off the view of miscreants. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms on X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel Traffic Radio 961. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration empowered 600 women with ingenious business ideas to the tune of 4 billion naira through the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund LSETFW initiative to empower Lagosians? You can get more details on the Lagos State government's website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State government has spotlighted the Lagos Creative Vault as a groundbreaking initiative poised to redefine the creative economy of Nigeria, describing it as a visionary platform that will serve as a digital archive, talent accelerator, and gateway to global opportunities for creatives in the state. President Bola Tinubu has ordered the immediate activation of the National Emergency Response Center following the devastating floods in Mokwa local government area of Niger State, which have claimed over 100 lives and displaced numerous families. We also told you that President Donald Trump has announced that the United States will double its current tariff rate on steel and aluminum imports from 25% to 50% starting from the 3rd of June. And in Sports, Confederation of African Football (CAF) has released the Super Falcons match schedule for 2024 Women's Africa Cup of Nations. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Adewale Oluwoporoku. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good afternoon.